And this is the first time I am doing a live stream straight from Japan. I'm gonna wait for other people to show up. It's a pretty big special showroom right here that showcases the best of best in terms of what Toyota is offering. But I just want to make sure that I do the audio check, a video check, make sure you guys can hear me. So I can't really see the comments actually, but my assistant will monitor the comments as much as we can. So let me know in the comments below if you can hear me okay, if you can see me clearly. Is it pixelated? Is the resolution look okay? We're hoping that Wi-Fi looks pretty good. Everything looks good? Okay, so we're gonna just wait for a couple more people to show up. I think Kirk Kreifos also said he might join. Kirk is here? Okay, so first of all, Kirk, congratulations. I understand your newborn is born and we're very excited for you. Can't wait to see your family in Florida. But I just want to really, really wish you the best for 2024. And I can't believe you're not here with me, but I'm sure we'll organize another time when Kirk and I can be together in Japan because we had such a blast last October. But once again, if you're just logging in, this is the very first time I'm doing a live stream from Japan at the Toyota head office and in front of Toyota corporate showroom here. And there may be things I can't show you later on because the big secret, which I'll tell you right now, is I'm going to Toyota Motomachi factory right after this, and I'm going to be able to do some video of not just the normal factory, but also to watch the Lexus LC being built. It's the first time I'm going to be able to go and see Lexus LC in production. I have been to Motomachi factory many times, maybe 20, 25 times, but it's been a while since I've gone there, so I'm excited. But right now, I'm in what we call Toyota Kaikan, which is a corporate showroom where they showcase the latest technology, the latest products and so forth. So right off the bat, I want to take you guys in the front of the showroom here. Well, actually, let me here, follow me for a second so I can show you what this place looks like. We'll just go outside briefly. Not sure how many people have logged in now, but more and more people should come in as we go along. But this is kind of fun. I just didn't think of doing a live stream in Japan. So this is kind of spur of a moment. I have been driving a Lexus LS from Tokyo to Nagoya and to Toyota City. And this is what the outside looks like. In case you guys are ever curious, it is windy and cold today. So we won't stay outside for too long. But the reason why I want to take you outside here is that building right there. That is the most important building in all over the world for Toyota because that is where Akio Toyota reside. Right on the top floor, I think one of the corner office is where Akio is. Usually this is his home base. And Koji Sato, who is now the president of Toyota, would also be in the very top. One of those suites are like the executive boardroom. And basically the board members, or not the board members, but all the executive team are in this very humble, simple office. This is where all the strategy and the business decisions are being made by Toyota executives. So this is really cool. We're just in front of the building right here. So there's probably several hundred buildings around here. That's all to do with Toyota. And Motomachi factory is just close by. You're probably wondering about Tahara factory. That one is further away, maybe 45 minutes, almost an hour away. And we're not going to be able to go to Tahara factory today, but we are, or I am, visiting Motomachi factory in about 2 hours. And it's the first time in a long time that media like myself has been allowed to go into Motomachi factory to film. It's a private tour, just myself and one of the persons from Toyota, so we're excited. But first I want to take you what we have here. We'll come back and do more detailed walk around, but let me show you what we have. And again, if you have a problem hearing me or you can't see anything, just put on the comments below. I can't see the comment, so I won't be able to answer questions, unfortunately. But maybe as we go around here, maybe I'll be able to pull up my phone and see if I can read some of the comments. But this is, first of all, the Crown series. You guys already know Akio Toyota was the man behind Toyota Crown relaunch in North America. He's proud of it. He loves the Crown because he grew up with it, and this is very important to him. So we have not just one, but so far 3 different iterations of Crown. We are getting the version that we see here, which is the crossover kind of look, but it's not a true crossover just because it is not a 5-door liftback. I'm not sure about this color, but as you know, we have this Crown, so it's not something we need to talk about too much. This is the sedan version which they introduced because the dealers and kind of traditional Toyota fans said, we want a sedan, a real sedan, not like a crossover sedan. So they came up with this one, and Kirk, myself, and many others have said, this is really the best looking Crown in the sense that this represents that theme or feel of Crown, the tradition, the legacy of Crown. So we love this one. Inside is actually the same as other Crown, very similar anyway, not too much difference in terms of design. But this sleek design, I think this is beauty. Now the interesting thing is that they don't have the Crown Estate here, which is what we call the Crown Signia. That's the one we're getting in North America. But instead they have the Crown Sport, which I actually think is the best looking Crown in terms of just pure design. This is the one that no doubt looks like a Ferrari SUV in the front. Many people have commented about how this looks like almost like a replica or copy of the Ferrari Purosangue. I probably can't pronounce that name properly, but it's okay. It's still somewhat unique to Toyota. And then people do say the back end here looks like a Porsche Macan, which is also going through some changes in the next couple of years. It's still good looking. I mean, who would have thought a few years ago that we would get a Crown SUV, first of all, but to get a Crown SUV that looks as good as a Porsche, well, that's a true win. So I love this one. We are not getting this for now. Maybe in the future we might get it. No one has said it's not coming. I doubt very much we'll get the sedan, but very possible we will get the Crown Sport or Crown SUV. And you can see the model here, which is, this is the Crown Estate or Signia we call it. The reason why we're getting that first, or possibly that's the only one we're getting in terms of SUV, is because it is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger, longer, wider than this one here, the Sport, and therefore it's more suited for North American buyers. And we have all the other models here as well. But let me just quickly walk you around other places because I'm sure that while Crown is interesting, there are other cars that you're going to absolutely love at this place. Now, in case you're wondering how many times I've been to this Toyota Kaikan, I can't even count. Probably over 100 times I've been here all the time. But I have not come back here for a few years because of the pandemic. Even though I come back to Japan many times, this one is quite far away from Tokyo, so I don't come to Kaikan very often unless I have an absolute need for it. So what a treat to be back here because there are a couple of cars that are true to my heart anyway. It raises my spirit, and that's the 70 series, all refreshed and ready to go. And for the first time in many years, is back in Japan in the market because it was for sale in Japan, then they took it off. It was always available in other markets like Australia and Middle East, but it's back in Japan at least. And yes, we don't get it in US or Canada. I think it's still sold in Mexico, if I remember correctly. So it's definitely available in one section of North America. We don't get it in US or Canada. But this is your iconic 70 series. I already did a video on this one from the Tokyo Auto Salon, which was last couple of days. I started posting some videos on that, so keep an eye on those things because they had all blacked out, matte black 70 series, and that is one mean machine, and I wish we could buy that. Now that one is still a bit of a prototype, so who knows, they'll even introduce that, but here's the 70 series. You know, the funny thing is that this thing is built very simple. It's built in Yoshiwara factory. it's not meant to rival or compete with modern SUVs. In fact, a couple of my friends who's driven this recently said it's pretty rough. It's truly a truck feel, so you don't get the same comfort level you might get, you know, for in a real big SUV, like let's say the current 4Runner or even the Grand Highlander. Those will be much more comfortable and everything, but who cares? This is the traditional go anywhere, do anything Land Cruiser 70 series. And even though the plastic and everything looks cheap, straight out of 1980s, I love it. This is the car I would buy if I move back to Japan, or if I have a place to park this car in Japan. But in Japan, you have to have a home and a garage, or at least a garage, to own a car. So that might be a while before I can do that. But there's a whole bunch of other really interesting cars here. We have some Lexus and some other Toyota models. And of course, my three favorite cars are all here. The 70 series, the Lexus LC in ultrasonic blue Mica 2.0 in cabriolet or convertible format. I prefer the coupe, but it's okay, I'll take the cabriolet or convertible. And then over there, there's a GR Yaris and GR Corolla. I prefer the GR Yaris just because it's more of a pure Gazoo Racing model, and that's also forbidden fruit in the US and Canada. I think it is available in Mexico as well. But we did get the GR Corolla. But for me, these three cars, the GR Yaris, Land Cruiser 70 series, the Lexus LC, and then actually maybe I can add one more, my favorite car, which is out of my reach, but there is that new Toyota Century SUV way in the back as well. I'll take you over there. I'll show you everything that's in Lexus place here. I might even take you up to the gift shop and show you what they have. Oh, you know what? How can I forget to show you the Land Cruiser 300 series, which is only sold in North America as Lexus LX 600, as you guys know. But you know, if you can buy a 300 series, why would you need to buy the LX 600? But this represents what Land Cruiser really stands for. Bold, but simple, functional, body on the frame, new ladder frame, TNGA-F platform. And it doesn't matter how many times I see it, the 300 series is a modern interpretation of a true off-roader, and 70 series for, you know, for off-roading and for fun to drive kind of car to have. But if I need to drive long distances and I need to be in comfort, it is still the 300 series that trumpets something like a 70 series. There's a lot of people coming in now, just opened up here. But this is a Gazoo Racing section. Let me show you that. Again, I can't see questions. Almost dropped my phone live. But what I can do is maybe I can see it on a separate phone. Let me see if I can actually see myself. There's 175 of you guys watching right now, so please give me a thumbs up if you can. Invite your friends to come, because I've never done a live stream from Japan before. But let me see if I can actually see questions or not. There'll be a delay, but okay. So I can see some comments, and I'm already behind a lot. But there's some of my regular people here. Kirk, of course, I think he's still online. Kirk, let me know if you got questions too. But many of my usual regular viewers are, I think, online. So I appreciate you guys. Jimmy's here. Thank you, Jimmy. Super Saker is here as well. I recognize a bunch of names. Michael Brannan, you're always making great comments for me as well. Michael, thank you for that. Who else do I see? Rizzy. There's some people I don't know, but I just want to recognize you guys if you're here. Sammy T, Larry, Wiki, Captain Comer, a bunch of people that I might not know. Bonbon. Yeah, so right laying hog. Mike is here. Thank you, Mike. Maybe Mike if you don't mind just being a moderator, and if you see some weird people logging in, maybe you can take care of them for me if you don't mind doing that. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on it a little bit. I can't like actually look at it and do this at the same time, but I'll keep it kind of in front of me in case there's a burning question. Then I can try to do that. There's also super chat. If you so kind to do that, it will bring the comments to the top, and I will be able to notice it a bit more. But let's keep on walking here a little bit more because there's so much to see. We'll never finish. I'll be here for 2 hours. That's not possible because I'm going to Motomachi factory in about an hour and a half or so. We gotta leave here and go there and drive the Lexus LS. But we have the GR Yaris, we have a GR Corolla. As you know, or maybe you don't know, but Toyota just announced a couple of days ago at the Auto Salon, the GR Yaris will get automatic transmission for the very first time. And so that's a big news. And there's a whole bunch of changes they made. This one I think is not the new model. Let me take a look. Yeah, so this is the previous version. They haven't brought the 2024 facelifted version yet. And the facelifted version have a slightly different front design, improved cooling, completely different interior, changed rear tail lamps, and this, again, as I mentioned, the automatic is finally available. But I just uploaded that video. I think Kirk did a video on that one too, so keep an eye on it if you want more details. And then, which means most likely GR Corolla will get the automatic transmission because he shares so much platform with GR Yaris in terms of powertrain. The same turbo 3-cylinder engine is in there. And so I'm almost certain that they will bring the automatic because that will be the transmission of choice for many people in North America. And so that's the Gazoo Racing section. On the Lexus side, I want to show you 2 cars here, or actually a couple cars. One is this, aside from the LC, which obviously I'm gonna get to very soon, the LBX is a cool car that's kind of around the same size as a Corolla. And we don't get this in North America, but I actually think it's a more enticing car compared to a UX. I think Kirk just did a video on this recently, so I appreciate that. Go and watch his channel. He talks about it in quite a bit of detail. But I was at the Auto Salon 2 days ago looking at this LBX, but in a new version called the LBX Morizo Edition. Morizo is a nickname for Akio Toyota, who, by the way, did show up at the Auto Salon, walked in front of me when I was filming, for example. And so it was kind of fun to see Akio again. And some people did ask me how often I've met Akio Toyota. Actually, I met Akio 12 times, had a lunch with him at one point. And funny story is that there was a press conference and I had to go to the boys' room or a man's washroom just before the conference, and he was in there too. So that's a true story. But back to this, the Morizo Edition is basically what Akio Toyota wanted LBX to be. So it's kind of like an F Sport version of LBX. And the shocking thing is that they put the GR Yaris and the /GR Corolla engine and the transmission in here. So automatic transmission, 1.3 turbo, 1.6 turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. They put that in the LBX, and they didn't announce it officially as a model, but I suspect that they'll bring that to market, and that's the car that I really want to drive. So it'll be a cool car. But before I get to Lexus LM, I'm going to come back to LC, and I'll just keep an eye here a little bit more. Looking at the comments, when am I going to the Tara factory? So actually I was supposed to go to Tara factory, but they couldn't quite make it work. I think it's because they're doing some ramp up production for the Land Cruiser there, so no one can go in. In fact, no one can go into any factories right now, but I was able to get a special permission to at least go to the Motomachi factory in about an hour and a half time. I can't do live stream from there, but I will be making a film and a video about Motomachi. But the one thing that I really look forward to there is to be able to watch this thing being built. As you know, this is built in Motomachi factory in a special section, handcrafted by the best of the best, who are the Takumi members, and so I really can't wait. Now, you guys know that I've been trying to get a used Lexus LC for a while. It's been difficult to find, one for a good price and so forth. So I may have to trade in my Lexus GX and maybe one of the other cars that we have in our company fleet. Maybe I have to trade in 2 cars to make it work. But I'm hoping and finger crossed that I'm able to buy LC before it's too late, and because I'm sure in a couple of years this thing will go away. There's no way a V8 powered sports car like this is going to stay in the fleet for too long. But I prefer the coupe versus the cab convertible. I don't know about you guys. The color, actually, this color is what I like, ultrasonic blue 2.0. I had that in my Lexus IS 500, and it's a beautiful color in person. It doesn't show up too well in a video or a photo, but just absolutely gorgeous car. So LC, LBX, what else do we have here? I'm not going to take you to LM right now just because there's a bunch of people in it. Kirk and I both did a video about the LM when we were in Japan in the fall. So go and see his video or my video if you want to find out more. Beautiful, super luxury chauffeur car. It is the ultimate mobile car because you can drive in total comfort. But believe it or not, this thing is close to $200,000. So it is not for the faint of the heart in terms of pricing. And later when these people leave, I'll show you the inside. Or go and watch one of our past videos. We have the RZ here, 450e. You guys remember that one of the cars we have in our fleet is RZ or RZ. We're actually pretty happy with it. The charging rate is low, the range is not so great, but everything else is very much a Lexus model. But at the Tokyo Auto Salon, they did introduce a special version of the RZ called the RZ 450e F Sport Performance. So it's really a mouthful, but it has upgraded suspension and power and a whole bunch of carbon fiber parts across the model. And it's actually a beautiful model, but they're only going to produce 100 models of that. So by lottery as well, so it's gonna be hard to find. I'm gonna move away from here for a second because there's a whole bunch of people walking in. Not much I can do when it's a live stream. Not sure if my friend Harold wants to say hi on a live stream, but you have to, because a good friend of mine for 30 years plus works for Lexus, and he looks after me. So he's my best buddy here in Japan. Okay, so we have some other one. We have Alphard, which is like the Lexus LM, but a little bit more affordable. It's still about, yeah, this is not so bad, about $87,000. Way cheaper than LM. You get almost, no, I shouldn't say almost. You get fair amount of comfort. In the back here you can see, but not quite at the level of the LM. I can't crash into this structure. And I already did a couple of videos on the Sentry. But here's a Sentry SUV. I don't know if the back seat is open. Oh, it is open. Wow, this thing is a beautiful model. Now keep in mind, the Sentry SUV, which is the flagship of the flagship SUV, it is not body on the frame. It's actually unitized body. And would you believe that it is sharing its platform with Lexus TX? In fact, even the same engine. So if you really wanted a Sentry SUV, but we can't get it in North America, maybe go buy a TX. It probably wouldn't be super far in terms of performance feel when the platform and the basic powertrain is shared. But otherwise, this is not reachable for most of us. I don't know if they put a price tag on it. No price tag. It's probably too expensive to list the price. But this one is the customized version with a carbon fiber front design here. Just gorgeous car. They did show a GRMN version of this at the Auto Salon a few days ago. It's kind of like this, but it had a blacked out chrome and blacked out trims. That one, not for sale yet. And of course, some Toyota Sentry SUV has a sliding rear door as well. Oh, you can see the step that comes out. Wow, this thing is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And the paint quality, I don't have my panel gap tool here. I don't want to use that in the showroom here, but you can see everything is just perfectly made. Although I gotta admit, if you look carefully, this hood is misaligned, but maybe it's because it's not quite closed properly. I think it's not quite closed properly, so it looks a little bit misaligned, but that can't be. This is Century after all. Beautiful color. What else do we have? Well, it gets a little bit more normal, I should say, I guess here, but still interesting because we can't get them in North America. Let me see if I check on the comments a little bit. So let's see if I can answer some questions. Do I know when the new GX hybrid will be added? Yeah, so they haven't officially announced the hybrid GX yet. It will be the same engine as in the in the Land Cruiser 250 series. So it's the 2.4 turbo hybrid, not 3.4 V6 hybrid. But they haven't officially announced that it would even be available in North America. I'm sure it will be, but that's something we still have to wait to find out, by the way. Okay, so this is the Noah, another one of those small vans that we don't get in North America. They love vans in Japan because it's so practical, so usable, and very affordable. This is Sienta, is also another mini van, and people love the Sienta because it's tiny, kind of like a Corolla Cross size, but look how much space there is. Like, it's huge back here. Super funky, very practical. Let me see if I can sit in here. Here, I'll check the message a little bit more here, make sure that... Oh, Jimmy is asking about the Lexus LC, when it could be the last year. I'm going to guess that it's for sure here in 2024. I think it will come back for 2025. I have a feeling that 2025 could be the last year for Lexus LC, with the potential for 2026. But we're stretching our speculation a little bit too much in that case. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. So this is Sienta, super funky and cute. It's only, I shouldn't say only, it's about $30,000, so very affordable pricing. Really, really functional. The type of car we actually need in North America, but no one wants to buy minivans anymore. But if they call it multi-purpose vehicle, or MPV, which is what they call it in Europe, I think would do well. We're back in Gazoo Racing. Now let's go back to Lexus LM for a bit. I still have a few more things to show you in this place. It's not just a showroom, it's got production methodology being explained, safety, simulation, future technology. Wow, you can spend a whole day here. And I'm curious as to if you guys are interested in coming to Japan with me at some point in the future. I tried to organize that a while back, but it was a little hard to do it right after pandemic. But if you want to come to Japan, come to a place like this, go to some of the Toyota showroom and potentially visit some factories, including some places at Mazda, for example. Let me know in the comments below, and I will try to maybe organize that. Maybe Kirk can join us well. He's still online, so thank you for that, Kirk. You have a new baby and you're still online, so I appreciate that. But yeah, let us know. Maybe Kirk and I can be the host and take you guys around Japan on a special trip. Take you to all these places. I mean, just to be inside this showroom at Toyota City is cool, right? For example, last night, we stayed at a hotel called Toyota Castle. Yes, there is a hotel owned by Toyota called the Toyota Castle. Nothing super fancy, more like Holiday Inn level. It was clean, very affordable, located in the heart of downtown Toyota City. There is a Toyota City here. We are in Toyota City. So that's kind of cool. If you just love Toyota stuff, why wouldn't you want to stay in a Toyota Castle, which is owned by Toyota? And we also went to Fuji Speedway, which is a racetrack, and there's a brand new hotel there, which is much more expensive than Toyota Castle Hotel. called the Fuji Speedway Hotel. Beautiful, kind of 5-star hotel located right by the racetrack, and that is also really cool, and I would love to take you there. There's a museum. So there's a museum there, there's a showroom here, there's a couple of other museums nearby. We could spend a few days in Nagoya or Toyota City and have a lot of fun. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to do that. I'm back in Lexus LM, huge screen here, which I think this is not powered, so probably can't, no, it can't be turned on because they just have the fake remote control panel here. But there you go. Oh, I need a break, guys. I'm going to take a break for 10 minutes. Just kidding. I have to keep on going because we've got a whole bunch of appointments today. And I'm still in Japan for a couple more days. So there's Lexus RZ. Now let's go back and keep on walking. Harold is over here again. Super helpful. He drove most of the time on my Lexus LS. So without him, I wouldn't have survived driving 4 or 5 hours. Because I'm not that used to driving Japan anymore. Anyhow, I'm not going to spend too much time here. This is more for like a kids education. Talks about company and society, how they're trying to basically support the whole society. But here's an interesting one. Here's the, actually this is interesting. This is the Toyota corporate philosophy tree. It's a tree that is basically symbolic of what Toyota is trying to do for future vision. You can see on the bottom the roots and support, Toyota values, Toyota way, Toyota principle, Toyota philosophy, and that is supporting the future of mobility, safety, engaging talented people, challenging goals, finding a better way, commitment to quality, enriching lives. And this is truly what sets Toyota apart from basically any other corporate companies in the world. They're not always about money and shareholders' value. They're here because they truly believe that the company stands for something more than just producing cars. I recently interviewed a retired Toyota senior manager, and I remember talking to him and said, I asked, why did you stay at Toyota for so long? Because he is so talented, he could have gone somewhere. He said, what kept me at Toyota is this. I feel like every single day I woke up going to Toyota feeling like I'm contributing to something greater, to something that has a purpose, a meaning. And I think that is probably the most important philosophical difference at Toyota, is that people who work there and executives have something in their heart pulling and tugging and telling them to do something more than just producing product. Provide engaging work environment, providing products that can serve the society and improve the society, and also to provide employment and stability for those people who are employed at Toyota. So those kind of thinking is truly unique. This is the original Toyota AA, 1936. One of the very first cars Toyota has produced. It was a bit of a flop. No, actually, it was a flop because the car didn't do too well in the market. But this is what propelled Toyota to be where they are today. Is because they don't give up. When something goes wrong, then they make a mistake, they just keep fixing it over and over again. This continuous improvement mentality is what makes Toyota different. I'm going to keep on walking here a little bit more, and there's quite a few interesting things. Like I said, it would take a whole day for me to show you everything. But this is an example of what they call monozukuri, or making things. And they want to show you, this is how they also develop people, which means they're going to have a small training place called a dojos, like a mini training place. They have a QC circle, which is all about improving quality of product. They have a skill, they call it skill exchange, but what that means, skill sharing, do best practice sharing among the staff and employees. They have a technical school, their own school, to train people. And then they have a competition where they can challenge each other to compete for a prize to show off their skills. That's all part of the Toyota production system. So Toyota production system isn't just about the factory, is the surrounding environment and the work that they do outside the production that makes TPS or Toyota Production System unique and best in the world. They take care of people, they engage them, they train them, and that's why they tend to also stay at the company for a long time. I'm going to push this button a little bit, and it's going to move the robotics here, which is a bit of a simulation. In the back is the monozukuri, is hitozukuri, which means to make something, to make things, to make product, you also have to develop people. Making things and making people are equal and balanced. And so you just saw a little bit of a robot. In case you didn't know, I'm a certified robotics engineer for a couple of different robotics companies, including Fanuc and Yaskawa.
Have you been enjoying the exhibit
Oh,
so far?
let's give me some announcements.
Many more things to make
Let's move on here because it's going to be noisy there. But so I love automation because I used to design and build automation and equipment for a number of car companies, and so that's kind of fun. The robot is moving a little bit more.
Now, let me tell you what else Toyota is doing.
But we got to keep moving because we'll be here for 3 hours otherwise. You can even have an inspection test. Here is, I believe, which I believe is blue mica, ultrasonic blue mica 2.0 paint. It looks like a Lexus LC, I think, door. But there's a bunch of defects inside the red area, and you're supposed to see if you can find it. And unfortunately, I don't have a good eyesight, so I have to come really close. But I can see a couple of different defects in there. But most people wouldn't be able to see it because it's so minor. And it's just kind of interesting way to show that a Lexus or Toyota quality engineer or production people find these defects, can find these defects. And what they're saying is that their eyes have this amazing ability to look for details that no one else can. Something that you guys know I love to do because I like to do the quality paint check and everything else. A little bit more here on the production. This is how paint. This is a paint equipment. It's not shooting paint, obviously, but it's actually same as what they use to shoot the paint onto the car. And did you know that Toyota can produce cars with different colors, one right after the other? So you can have a black car, a white car, a yellow car, a red car, one right after the other, each one only taking 1 minute. And the same paint head will change the paint without contamination. That is a true advancement in technology. So it shows some of the paint work here. Let's keep on going here because, actually this might be important. This is welding, and the welding technology have changed as well. They're just showing different kind of welding because they now use laser screw welding, which is stronger than traditional spot welding, which is more difficult to do. So again, we're not going to get into too much details there. And this one shows all kinds of different materials that they use. Regular steel, you can actually feel it. High tensile steel. Oh wow, this is heavy, this is really light, but stronger. This is hot stamping steel. This is even harder than high tensile. Aluminum, that is softer than steel, but you have to make it thicker therefore. And then this is composite material, this carbon fiber. So it's kind of showing, you can feel it and touch it and show appreciation, I guess, for different type of materials being used. I'm just gonna take you here for a second. With this one, again, maybe it'll get loud, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be loud. By showing a flexible assembly line. Not sure if you can see that, but let me see if I can see. Okay, so Kirk is saying good night, so thank you, Kirk. You're busy and it's really late over there. Once again, congratulations on your newborn baby. We're so excited for you and your family, and we love you guys and wishing you the best for 2024, and we'll see you soon again. But this is coming back to the live stream here for a moment. It's showing a flexible assembly line, which is at the heart of Toyota's production system. They can mix and match different cars to be produced online, not just different color, but different model, different style, and they can change the variations. So it's just kind of showing animations. I think we'll skip that for now. We gotta keep an eye on because I have to leave soon. So how long has it been? How long have we been now? 40 minutes. So, oh, this is a Lexus LC, obviously, and it's showing different kind of welding, laser welding, arc welding, but we'll keep on going here because we got maybe another 5-10 minutes. So I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the questions also that you guys might have. Let me see. Yeah, there's still a whole bunch of you guys online, so appreciate that. This one shows the actual production, so I'm going to be able to show you more details once I'm in the factory. This is, in fact, Motomachi factory as well. So we will be able to see that in about an hour and a half, and I can show you. But let me see if I can give you a glimpse of a bit of a preview as to what I'm going to be able to see and film later on. That's the original steel panel that shows up. It's like a huge toilet paper made of steel. That is uncoiled. It's cut into different shapes using a huge stamping equipment. And then they're welded together to form a basic car body. That's kind of the basic flow of all manufacturing. And you might be surprised to find that there's still a lot of manual labor. This cannot possibly be done by machine for everything, because when you check for quality, you're checking for defects on the panel. Those are things that machine still cannot do. This is an older equipment, but this is welding. They bring all the parts together, they weld it into pieces, and then it forms the basic shell, which is called white body or body in white with no paint. And then after that, it goes into paint and it goes into general assembly. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to know more about production or you want me to keep on moving along. Let me know, because I can't see the comments now. I think it's live comment coming through. Yeah, so maybe I'll move on. I'll just show you the paint work here. This one goes into a special acid bath. You wouldn't want to ever fall into that acid bath. It's gonna kill you, but what it does is take all the contaminants away, clean the metals, and then using special equipment, they can paint the body. And from here, it goes straight into the general assembly. Let me see. Yeah, so someone is asking about the Giga Press. They are going to get Giga Press into production a little bit down the road for future electric cars, where a whole bunch of small parts are combined together to form one large piece. And that is a very important technology that Tesla, with a Giga Press supplier, have created. And so they take the credit for coming up with something unique that Toyota didn't want to do. And the reason why Toyota didn't do it for the longest time is because when you have a big casting, if you get into an accident, like right here in the front, and something is damaged, well, you gotta replace the whole thing. You can't quite repair a Giga casting part, so therefore, what could have been a $500 repair could be a $5,000 repair, which is why Toyota chose not to do it, or many other companies for that matter. But now they're under the pressure to reduce cost, reduce time, develop cars faster and produce faster, so they're forced to do that. Well, in fact, you can see it right here in this kind of exploded view of the model. You can see how the crash testing and the crash absorption are all managed by these different parts. So here, I can show you right here in terms of the Giga Press question. All these pieces here, so this green piece here that you see, this orange piece here, the white piece there, that's all separate piece. And in fact, even this green piece here, you can count it. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This green piece has 10 separate parts, all welded together. Well, imagine this. and the white section and the orange section on the other side, and this section here, which has another 10, 15 pieces, all formed by one single piece. That's giga casting. It forms a casting, you melt aluminum, you pour into a mold, they have a shape that's formed and replaces all these parts. Of course, it's better in terms of cost reduction and in terms of developing, in terms of time reduction for developing it and producing it. So that's why. But this is an interesting structure here. I wish I could spend more time, but it shows how all of different pieces are designed to give you the crash protection, both front and back and also side. And this one is showing different type of airbags. We have so many airbags now, not just the steering, but the side airbag, the curtain airbag, the near airbag. And we're fortunate in today's world that all these airbags can help us prevent fatal injuries and accidents, and it's continuing to improve. So let's keep on going. A little bit more to show you. So hang in there, don't leave yet. We're almost finished, and we want to make sure that we cover everything at the Toyota Kaikan here. There's a whole videos about safety technology. We're not going to do that right now. And they stopped. Oh no, actually they're using it. They have a simulation here, which is a safety simulation to showcase what's it like to experience pre-collision system, automatic high beam, radar cruise control, adaptive radar cruise control, lane tracing assist. All these are simulated in these two machines. So once again, if you can't come here for any reasons, go and try that out. It's a free simulation. In fact, this whole Toyota Kaikan is free. More about safety, because safety is not just about the car itself, but also traffic, also the way people drive the cars. For obviously reasons, that's important. And those are the system they're looking at it. And then we move into this last part here. So hang in there. Just we're almost done. A question here. David, casting process different for sedan than SUV? No, the giga casting is the same, just the shape of it will be different because SUV will have will require a larger casting. Did we finish?
You got disconnected.
Oh, are we still online, guys? Use other network.
Back now.
Oh.
No, it's 48 止まってるね.
Can some of you guys let me know if it's working again and if you can see me?
He restarted.
Me?
He restarted. Maybe it's
Can you guys let me know? Just put on the comments if you can hear me. And we're back. We are back. Now it's back. Okay, good. We lost the Wi-Fi for a second, guys. Maybe it's time limited. Yeah. So once again, if you're just joining us toward the end, I apologize for the disconnect there. But this is the battery electric section, which I know many of you guys are not crazy about, but it is still the future. Hydrogen fuel cell type model is also, hydrogen powered, I should say, model is also here. This is what the Crown sedan is based on, the Mirai. But here's the hydrogen system of the Mirai. The problem with the hydrogen is that it's not just the infrastructure, but the hydrogen tank is high pressure and not easy to manage in terms of engineering. So even though it's the right technology, it might not be the right technology in terms of timing. We have the new Prius here. Plug-in hybrid is still the best technology for the current time if you don't want to buy electric cars. And if you guys are still online, what I want to do is just take you guys for just 2 minutes up into the shop area, a gift shop, and we'll finish off right there. So you're gonna have to stay with me for a few minutes because you probably want to see what a Toyota gift shop looks like. And if you ever come to Japan with me, I'll take you there. You can buy a whole bunch of interesting stuff. You guys can still hear me and see me, right? I hope you can. I can see you, so that's good. There's still 150 of you guys staying If you haven't done so, give me a thumbs up, please. That sometimes helps with just keeping the video moving along in the busy YouTube world. Once again, 70 series, Lexus LC, GR Corolla, GR Yaris. Wow, this is a dream showroom for us. If you love Toyota stuff, Lexus stuff, I mean, this is where we need to be. Okay, we gotta finish off in the next 5 minutes, guys, because I gotta head out to Motomachi factory for a tour. And so therefore, we are almost done. But I will give you a quick sneak preview upstairs of the actual Toyota. And we can show you a bit of interesting toys here. All right. Oh, that's a beautiful Lexus LC model. Not cheap. GR Supra, LFA. Yeah, so lots of kind of vintage stuff, but you can also buy weird stuff like Toyota 2000 GT chicken curry. Isn't that kind of weird? Yeah, 2000 GT cookies. This whole section is 2000 GT, I think. Lots of little pullback cars. If you come to Japan with me, I will personally buy you and give you this traditional Toyota FJ pullback mini car. That'll be my gift, but you have to come to Japan with me if you want that. Lots of other models here, and some books over there. And what else? Gazoo Racing section here. I better not spend too much time here because I'm gonna end up buying something, which is what I always end up doing. Okay, so some more t-shirts and everything. Oh, Toyota socks. Okay, this is probably where I gotta end because I gotta actually literally hop over to Motomachi factory now for a tour. And I don't see any urgent questions right now. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you want me to do another live stream in Japan, let me know. I might be able to squeeze one more in. Or just let me know in general what kind of videos you want to see right here in Japan. I'm leaving in a few days. I still got time to create some interesting content. So I'm very excited to be here, but I'm also very thankful just that you guys are here. And Harold just handed me some interesting thing that I should buy. Is that what you're saying? This is a spoon that has a shape of a tool, a spoon and a fork. So lots of cool stuff to buy. Come to Japan with me at some point. But for now, stay tuned and watch other videos I'll be sending to you guys from Japan. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm signing off. We'll catch you later.